So for the headline, we're not going to go with LeBail out, getting LeBailed out with soft calls, or him struggling to make free throws, even at this ripe old age, still missing free throw after free throw. Another bailout, and him complaining even as the ref is blowing the whistle in his favor. And when... Jesus, what is that? We're not going to talk about an illegal shove-off, or DeAndre Ayton setting a moving screen that lasted for about 3 seconds, or LeBron flailing again. Nah, let's run a story that says LeBron doesn't tolerate disrespect at age 41. Sometimes I'll see in my comments something along the lines of, even my wife who doesn't watch sports can see that LeBron is a bum. Or even my 5-year-old kid can see that this guy sucks. Or that guy's acting like a child. And I'm going to take a page out of Sports and Fitness Rants' book. Sometimes he mentions comments from his wife that put things into perspective, and sometimes my girlfriend will do the same. She's at the office and she texts me this image from this story that was printed about LeBron James still won't tolerate disrespect. Even at age 41, he's not gonna take it. And I'm like, oh my God, where is this crap from? I don't even know about this story. And why are you seeing it? I was listening to Sports and Fitness Rants' morning rant today, and I didn't hear him talk about this. Maybe I didn't get to it yet, but I was a little bit surprised that he hadn't mentioned it. Or maybe it is such a non-story that it hasn't entered into people's news feeds yet until the LeBron James media machine gets you to talk about a non-story. So I had to go and figure out what this was all about. And apparently he was talking shit to Alperen Sengun. Let's go through this line by line. Quote, soft ass tall guy. LeBron snaps at Rockets star. Even at 41 and 4 NBA rings later, LeBron still doesn't tolerate disrespect. Ha! LeBron James gets disrespected all the time, and he can't do anything about it. I'll tell you one thing. Unlike anyone who made the mistake of disrespecting Jordan, LeBron can't make you pay for it. Doesn't make you pay for it. Which brings me to what I think is a fair point. This headline says LeBron doesn't tolerate. In what way did he not tolerate it? Like, what did he do about it? He cried and whined back? That didn't stop it. It still took place. He didn't put the player in his place. He lost the game, and he deserved it. You know, now that I've learned more about this, LeBron James was just whining and crying and getting bailed out left and right. In fact, the very play that caused Sengun to say this was just an embarrassing joke of a foul call. And on top of all that, nobody whines and complains more than LeBron James. And every single way you can imagine, LeBron James is not qualified to call anyone else soft. Let's start with what LeBron said, and don't lose sight of the important detail that it's what LeBron said, not what he did. You know, this is already embarrassing enough, but we'll circle back to that. He called him a soft-ass tall guy. Wow. Good one. Like the softest person we've ever seen play in the NBA. Calling someone else soft, but adding the word tall. Good one, LeBron. LeBron, he's only 2 inches taller than you, by the way. He is a center while only being 2 inches taller than you. This is a good time to reflect on the advantages that LeBron James has had, one of which is his size, which he has failed to make proper use of. Like, the closest thing to making proper use of it will be to demand a switch so that he can get someone extremely smaller than him, not a little bit smaller, not his same size, but extremely smaller than him, and then proceed with body slamming instead of just rising up and shooting an attractive jumper over that person. That's what LeBron at 6'9" does compared to Sengun at 6'11". Okay. Secondly, Sengun is soft. So good job, LeBron. You just lost to a soft dude. Which brings me to another point. I'm not sure that you get to talk trash while getting beaten. You guys feel me on that? Then again, if you're winning, it's pretty douchey to talk trash also. Let's be clear. All trash talking is not created equal. There is trash talking that is meant to get into someone's mind and affect their game. And then there's trash talking where you're just an emotional child feeling embarrassed, feeling frustrated, feeling insecure about your own shortcomings, and lashing out with a word salad such as soft ass tall guy. That's got to be on the list of worst trash talking ever. My God. At least have the balls to say it to someone who's actually tough. I mean, Sengun, no. Sengun's never going to go down in history as anything but another player who was overrated too early. But good job, decorated 41-year-old veteran feeling the need to talk shit to a nobody. I mean, do you understand the importance of what I just said? Anyone who is truly a decorated, respectable star doesn't stoop so low as to engage in this type of bullshit. And now we circle back to this disgusting excuse for journalism that doesn't even understand the irony of what they are printing.
It seems to me they don't understand how dumb it is, or at least ill-advised it is, to put a picture of the whiner himself in the act of whining on a post in which you say he doesn't tolerate disrespect. You're showing him being a whiny bitch, which is what Sengun thinks he is and what all the players think that he is. Don't turn around and tell us that he doesn't tolerate disrespect when, in fact, your very thumbnail image indicates that he is an unrespectable, whiny bitch.
Talking about LeBron James being 41 and twisting it to make it sound like, yeah, even at this ripe old age, he's not going to take the disrespect. How about the angle of, how about at that ripe old age, you act like a fucking man finally? Now, I'm going to learn more as I break down all of this footage, but I did look at LeBron's shot attempts this morning, and from that alone, they included a couple of seconds of him needlessly sticking his elbow into somebody and shoving them aside, running back up the court. I don't know if that makes you feel tough, LeBron, but the reality is that it makes you soft, and it demonstrates that the league allows you to do things that other people aren't allowed to do. Like, that's not tough. That's receiving preferential treatment that has cascaded into even worse behavior, because this preferential treatment has created a monster, an insecure bitch who feels empowered by the entitlement the NBA has given him. And so he behaves even worse instead of actually being a mature man and realizing himself that he shouldn't engage in that behavior. Like, this is a cheap shot, you know? This isn't a legit fight or a legit challenge. This is just taking a cheap shot at somebody who isn't expecting it And even worse than that is the fact that if that person retaliated by not doing more, not doing anything different, but doing the exact same thing back to LeBron James, that person would be punished. That makes LeBron's behavior even more cowardly because he's doing it from a protected place. He's getting away with doing shit that other players can't do, and he knows that they aren't allowed to stand up for themselves because they will get punished. If someone did this to LeBron James, it's an instant flagrant 2. It's an instant ejection. At the absolute minimum, a tech. You think LeBron got a tech for this? I've said in multiple videos that LeBron's insecurity has become dangerous. It's reached dangerous levels. He's going to end someone's career with his dirty play because he feels so empowered by the league allowing him to get away with things that he's getting sloppy with it. He's like just doing frustration, violent moves on people all the time. It's not going to end well. All right, so back to how I was even informed about this. My girlfriend says, I said, why are you reading this crap? Like, how is this in your newsfeed? She says she thinks that YouTube sold her information because she subscribed to me. I don't know. I don't know. That's beyond me, but it makes more sense than, well, nothing else really makes any sense. I don't know why else she'd be seeing this. But there is another takeaway. Instead of actually feeding her information that she wants by taking her personal information, they're still using that information to try and feed people LeBron James propaganda. That by itself is a documentary. Some people might talk about shit talking being okay if someone deserves it. And I might be tempted to agree with that. Like if someone is just running their mouth and behaving in a silly and embarrassing manner, and you finally had enough, and you call them out specifically on how bad they've been and how embarrassing they are, and maybe wrap that up in something clever. Yeah, okay. That's not going to bug me. LeBron James always deserves to have shit talked on him, and players aren't allowed to do it because of how protected he is. Now let's go the other direction with this and explore whether or not Sengun deserved to be shit talked. If he did, please come up with something better than soft ass tall guy. Woo! You showed him. And by the way, we are all still waiting for LeBron to respond to the big ass rapper that was on the sideline inviting LeBron to say something. We're all still waiting for him to say shit to Shale. What'd you do when Draymond called you a bitch? You complained in the press. You complained. You made a big, long, whiny speech in the press, and you called Adam Silver. I can't think of a single word more fitting for LeBron James than bitch. And I would call him a bitch to his face without fear of him doing anything, because he is, in fact, a bitch. Now, would he try and get other people to do something for him? Yeah, maybe. Which is also the behavior of a bitch. The softest 6'9", 260-pound human being to ever exist. LeBron can't even shit talk correctly. He doesn't know when or how to do it. Like, did Jordan ever talk trash? Yeah, of course he did. And did his opponent walk away getting the better of him after he did so? No. Let's rewind, what is it, a year ago? 2 years ago? When Dylan Brooks went out on the floor and did that stare down thing, some sort of intimidation attempts. How did LeBron James respond? Passive. A passive game, a weak performance. There was no putting Dillon Brooks in his place. And Dillon Brooks has repeatedly gotten the best of LeBron James, even when LeBron James's team has won, such as this year, in what I'm going to call one of the most corrupt games I've seen in recent history. And the only way that LeBron James came away victorious was with insane favoritism by the referees toward LeBron James and against Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks was better than LeBron James. Speaking of conditions for trash talking, LeBron James, you have just entered into the category of a very, very small group of teams, 16 out of 160 to be exact, to let the other team get to 2 wins after being down 3-0. That's on your legacy, LeBron James. But yeah, good time to talk trash. I feel like I have to add that LeBron is talking trash from the position of being a higher seed against a team missing 3 stars. My God. At least once a game, often multiple times a game, we have to look at LeBron James making a face indicating that he's in the most unimaginable agony anyone has ever gone through. Let's pretend that he's gone through that level of agony once or twice. Okay, how do you explain all the other games? And this is a person calling other people soft? It just statistically can't be possible. What LeBron goes through, what LeBron experiences, just can't be the worst thing that's ever happened to any human being ever, every time it happens to him. But boy, does he act like it is.
Whining, crying, flopping.